dependent on the IEBC. It's not dependent on the IEBC. We planned for these exams. We have been planning since January. We were done with the timetable for exams before the end of the first term. I'm saying that our plan and our timetable is intact and it's okay the way it is. We do not want to interfere with it. That is why we have already sensitized the IEBC on that particular plan and program, and we have been assured by the IEBC that they will consider. They have not taken a decision, or they did not expressly tell us they will consider our proposals, but we have made a humble request to them and sensitized them on the need for us to keep the plan as it is right now. Because if we change it, we will disrupt a lot of things. That does not mean that we cannot change the plan and we cannot fall back on Plan B. Plan B would be reorganizing the whole examination timetable as it were. I don't want to imagine it right now because I know it can be very disruptive and it will interfere with everything we are doing. So that's why I'm hoping that the IEBC will actually take into consideration our proposals as it were. But in the event that, for some reasons that we cannot foresee, they are not able to consider our requests, then we will come back to the country and say this is where we are and we have to relook at our plans. God forbid, but it will be extremely disruptive. It will disrupt our academic programs for 2017 and 2018. It will affect everything, including placement and selection of Form 1, and when the academic programs begin in 2018, it will affect the programming we are having to kick on the free secondary education program, as it were, in the beginning of the year. It will affect a lot of things. And we are reorganizing a number of activities, including activities that involve some of the new frameworks and new investments we are making in the secondary education sector, for example. All that will be disrupted. So that's why I hope, and our fingers remain crossed, that the IEBC will take into consideration our very kind request to them, because we can only make a request. The report, it shows that you did not attend the launch of the report. By the time we launched, we received the report at KICD, we actually put it on the screen and told you the 17 critical recommendations. We took you through how we have implemented 11 of them. We actually said the 5 of them that requires legislative action, and now we have proposed amendments to the Education Act and what we are going to do in that respect. It is not true, as many people want to say, that some of those recommendations have not been implemented. They have been implemented vigorously. As I told you, these days we don't complain. Our inspectorate system is much, much stronger than it has ever been before, I can tell you for a fact, and a lot of good work has happened. There is no surge in school fires. We have 3 cases that we're dealing with that have been reported, and all of them are being investigated, and we are dealing with them. And of course, I also want to be sincere with you and tell you that the sector has challenges. We are not where we would like to be. There are so many things we would like to do that we are not able to do. We are working. This is a journey. Reforming the sector is a journey. It's not an event. It's not going to happen in 1 day, in 2 days, in 1 year, 2 years. It is a journey that we have to walk, all of us. It takes time to get to a particular destination as we go forward, and we'll keep walking, all of us. Buhere, how many more? Okay.
My name is Alex Kota from MTV. Just recapping 2 questions. Number 1, recapping on the issue we're talking about, the examination timeline and given the petition verdict. Now, as Ferdinand said earlier, IEBC has 60 days. When you look at those timelines, probably if it goes with the last day, the elections could be conducted on the 1st of November. Now, if they decide to go with the 1st of November, to what extent will it affect the examination timeline? And I'm looking at it because you just said it will disrupt the examination timeline and the preparation of the ministry. So to what extent?
Let me, Professor, please. I thought I've responded to the issue. Maybe I used a language that you did not understand. Professor,
our children have a right, isn't it? Our children have a right. They have a right to be loved by their parents. They have a right to be taken care of, and they have a right to be told the truth. So whatever is happening is outside that right. And what we are saying is very clear and unequivocal, that it is preferable for everybody. There is a child in every home, including those people at IEBC and everywhere else. We are saying that we should not forget the children in this equation. So the players who are much bigger than us, because for us we work like submarines under the ground, should consider that our children have a right and that postponing the exam would be most undesirable because they are not as strong as you and me, the children of today. They require to be handled very carefully. I think that's the first point. The second point I would want to say, Honorable Minister, that perhaps we think about it when we get there, because for me my glass is not half empty, it's always half full. And we are sure that if we engage, we shall get a solution which will not interfere with the children's right to have an exam at the appropriate time.
Thank you, Prof. And we have acted very responsibly, by the way. I have personally picked up the phone and called Mr. Chebukati. We have written to him on this particular issue. And the question is, I mean, it's a constitutional provision. In all matters, it's very important that we look at the welfare of the children, and the children are very important in our country. It would be disastrous if we were to actually reorganize the timetable, as I've explained to you. So this is not a matter on which we should have so many debates and jokes. We come from the sector, we understand what that means. The effects are very serious, and we don't want to contemplate it. That's why the first responsibility we have is to sensitize the IEBC on what that would mean if our request is not responded to. And we have written to them. I have shared the timetable with them. I have explained to them what that means, and I hope that they will consider our request.